you have a new plan as far as crime
Yes.
is concerned.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about that, and how does that relate to guns specifically?
So guns are not the problem, it's the people who have the guns. We need to take them out of the criminals' hands. So we're going to put a 10-year mandatory sentence if you use a gun in a crime on top of whatever sentence you're receiving for whatever crime if you're found guilty of. So we've got to make a strong deterrent. It's not just in all of Texas, but particularly in Dallas and Houston and San Antonio and Austin, where crime is up, murder rates up. We've got to get the guns out of the hands of the criminals. Law-abiding citizens need the guns to protect themselves, especially these days. So that's the plan. And for the judges and the DAs who will not follow the law and prosecute crimes under Texas law, we've got to work to find a path to be sure that they can't stay in office. We have judges around the state who hardly go to court. They have backloads of hundreds, thousand cases or more. In Houston, we had an off-duty police officer who was killed in a traffic light. You know how they caught him? They were wearing ankle bracelets because they were already let out on bail, accused of potentially another murder. And then the judge was going to let them out again. So we have to stop. The police are doing the best they can. They arrest people, they keep getting to be let out or not charged.
Abortion access. This past weekend, Senator Nichols said he could support making an exception for rape on the current Texas law that just went into effect. Where are you on that?
On that issue, there's going to be a lot of discussion this session. This will be the first session since the Dobbs decision. The trigger bill that we have now, that goes back to the old law, was a law passed by Democrats a long time ago. They didn't have the exceptions in there, nor did they try to amend the heartbeat bill with any exceptions. So we'll see where the Republicans and Democrats are. We'll listen to the people and we'll move forward. Look, my record is unassailable. I'm pro-life. I'm pro-life for everyone because I never think any baby should be another victim of a crime. But I understand, people's thoughts on it, and we'll work through that. Let's talk about the bus tour.
Let's talk about the bus tour. Why is this so important to you? You're doing 131 stops in rural Texas. Is this to shore up your political firewall?
If you look at America, Jack, America is red and blue. Ohio's all red except Cleveland and Cincinnati, and Pennsylvania's all red except Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, and North Carolina except Charlotte and Raleigh, and Georgia except Savannah and Atlanta. Texas is the same. About 50%, rough numbers, is in rural Texas of the vote, and about 50% is in our 4 big cities. And this is going to be a turnout election. There really aren't that many undecided people at the end of the day. There'll be a few, but it's a Republican turnout and Democrat turnout. And what I'm doing on this tour is recognizing, I want people to recognize how important they are, because a lot of folks, wherever we go, will say, oh, of course, Greg Abbott's going to carry this county, Dan Patrick's going to carry this county, but we need to carry it by big margins. So that's the message. It's to recognize, it's to galvanize everyone to vote, and to help mobilize the vote. Of course, we want to get the vote out. And of course, we're going to be working in our big cities and counties as well. But, and by the way, I've never had so much fun campaigning. I mean, you're a camera guy. I don't know if you were in their restaurant. I mean, people are wonderful. They're just wonderful. They're glad that someone's come by to their small town or small county and visit. I meet great people. We never go to a chain restaurant. We go to all the locals. We find out from the sheriff the best place to eat. We've eaten great food. We're going to a restaurant tonight where they're making a lemon meringue pie for me. I can't get any better. And seeing great things around today. This has really been terrific, and it's been really well received.